What's up, guys? It's your boy Big Slank on the Ain't Easy podcast, and I'm here with my boy Nick. And always, we are sponsored by Slankin all day, every day. You already know what it is. The number one pump product on the market. I don't care who you are. Nick will agree this is the best, and it will get you huge
Oh
and
yeah,
cute, baby. You already know.
absolutely. If you know anything about, performance enhancing products or anything like that, then you need to take a look at our labels.
That's correct. Nick, how was your week, man? Did you kill it or what this week?
Dude, it was a great week, man. It was busy. Signed a couple more clients, just working my ass off every day, man, to get where I want to be, brother. How about you? How you feeling?
Good. Neck still hurting. We're in the process of figuring out all this Slankamania supplement stuff. We just put on some new things for the online coaching biz to better streamline everything. So I'm excited about that. But let's get into what we were talking about today. And Nick, you wanted to talk about how alcohol affects your nutrition and training and trying to make progress, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to bring this up because this is a common topic that I have ran into with my own personal experience with some of my clients. And I just think that it's like a trending fitness thing where, you hear coaches and fitness influencers or people that claim that they know what they're talking about on the internet say, like, oh, you can have a balanced diet and still make fitness gains and, progress in your health. Like, yes, you can. But if you're somebody that is looking to better your health, get into fitness or whatever goals you may have, and you know that you enjoy alcohol, like you need to find a different outlet. Whether you view alcohol for stress release, you view alcohol as something that will like bring you closer to friends, family, like if you're looking to bring your health to the next level and you're looking to, make a better physique for yourself and just a better lifestyle overall, then you need to find a different, source of outlet, source of stress relief than alcohol, because there really is no place for alcohol. Alcohol is poison to the body. Your body can literally not break down food when there's alcohol present
Right.
because your body thinks it's poison. So, my best advice would be to anybody looking in getting into fitness or trying to make themselves a healthier lifestyle is to just find a different outlet, find something else that'll make you happy than alcohol, because alcohol really has no place in this fitness industry whatsoever.
Right. And I think a lot of people too. Actually, I heard a story about a guy that his whole gimmick is like getting in shape while drinking a beer. And so that's like kind of his market, like finding guys that, work these long hour jobs that he tries to find meals for them to eat that can have alcohol in their daily diet, because some of those guys like to do that stuff. At the end of the day, it's like you said, like I learned that a long time ago, probably like, I don't know, right when I kind of got into lifting weights and everything, that alcohol, like when you're eating food with alcohol, your body really can't break it down and it kind of just
Yeah.
stores everything you eat as fat. And I
Right.
look
Yeah.
at it from a standpoint as, for one, when I got arrested for underage drinking when I was like 20 years old. And it's not like something I did all the time. It just happened to be my luck that one out of the 10 times that I drank alcohol when I was
Right.
underage.
Just your look, of
Yeah,
course.
just my luck. I got woke up at like at 4:30 in the morning by a police officer. I was sleeping in bed and he woke me up. And then I'm like, oh God. So then I was like underage. I was in the military. I'm, just starting my bodybuilding, venture. And then I noticed, as soon as I start drinking and stuff, I couldn't train or I couldn't eat the next day because I was dehydrated. My stomach was messed
Yeah.
up. So then it affected my performance in the gym. And then I couldn't eat the meals to, fuel and recover. So to me, it didn't benefit me any to be a bodybuilder and consume, alcohol. Plus, it was really expensive. I always saw it as pissing your money away. And none of it really ever tasted that good to me. And like as I've
Oh,
gotten
yeah.
older and I've kind of stepped back from the competing, I still don't like the smell of beer, but there's a couple mixed drinks that I think are kind of good. But then
Mhm.
again, my goals are a lot different than somebody that's really trying to like, do fat loss. And if I went back into a fat loss like goal, or anything like that, I probably would not be drinking. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I
I would
agree.
count on.
And like you said, man, they're just like kind of empty calories. Like it doesn't serve any purpose in the body. So, like, especially if you're somebody that takes performance enhancing drugs to go to the gym, to bodybuild, to, look better, whatever it is, for whatever reason you take them, like that's already one big stressor on the body. Like, basically, it's like pick your poison. Like, say your coach gives you a cheat meal and he's like, all right, I say he or she gives you a cheat meal, don't go crazy with alcohol. Like if you are somebody that has to have a drink, like yes, have like a half of what you would normally drink. Like don't push it because you're already stressing your body so much. There's really like no room for error, and adding alcohol in is just like too much stress in the body. So it's not even you need to find a different outlet, man. I think these
Right.
people they see on social media and they want to be followers, and it's alcohol doesn't even taste good. It gets you nowhere, man. It's like find something else to do with your time.
Right. I remember that Corey Gregory guy is the one that started Muscle Farm and stuff like that. He has like his diet, it's like no carbs and stuff all week, and then on Friday or on
Yeah,
Saturdays and
yeah,
Sundays you can have beer and chicken wings and pizza, and I
right.
forget, I think he called it like anabolic fasting or something like that, where he like
Yeah,
eats perfect Monday through Friday, because a lot of people that are not like us or competitors or stuff like that, they like that whole, like that was their lifestyle before they got into working out, right? So then it's like
right,
you
right.
take the alcohol completely away from them, then they do these binges or they fall off track because they think that they have to have this stuff. So I think
Mhm.
he kind of designed a thing for people to like let loose on the weekends, but I don't really see how you're going to get super far ahead.
Yeah,
You're eating
exactly.
perfect for 5 days and then you're getting drunk and eating pizza and wings and stuff on the weekends. Now I don't know the whole entire thing of how he does the diet, but my thought was when somebody explained it to me, that's kind of like what it was. You can have 2 days of basically fucking off eating pizza and
It
wings,
doesn't make any sense, man. Yeah.
and then you're hopping right back on the wagon on Monday.
It's like anybody that you look so said look up to, do you think that they're doing that on the weekends? No.
Probably
They're
not.
not. There's no place for it, man. I mean, a cheat meal or a refeed should be like very strategical. Like it's every little ounce of food counts. So, like why would you waste calories on something that's just gonna slow down your progress just to like get an hour of happiness? Like you don't need alcohol to have fun with your friends. Like I've been there many times, dude. I go to the club all the time with my friends and I just have a Diet Coke. And I'm the one that's getting home, not affecting my workouts, not affecting my, anything. And it's just
Right.
alcohol is just a monster for fitness, man. It really is.
Yeah, I agree. And then
Yeah.
so what was the next thing you wanted to talk about today?
Also I wanted to talk about like people that hire a coach and only follow like half of what they say, or they hire a coach and they think that like some things are optional. Just I wanted to talk about that because I think that it's like a common theme that you see with a lot of people, that they don't really know what they're getting themselves into when they hire a coach. Like if you're hiring a coach, like you're paying them for their advice. So why would you only follow half of what they say? I mean, at the end of the day, that's wasting your own time and wasting your own money. So that coach put that plan together in a certain way for you. So you not following that is kind of just wasting your own time. I see it all the time where, you'll tell a client to, eat this, and then they think they could just, substitute it out for this because it's the same macros. Well, it's like, well, yes, it's the same macros, but, I had that in there because I wanted you to eat this at that time. They think that, if I have 100 grams of cereal on their plan, they can go just eat, 100 grams of bread post workout. Well, it's like, well, no, I wanted the cereal in there for a reason. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, I
uh,
can see that for sure.
yeah. But I mean, how do you feel about that? Like, have you ever had that where you think that like someone's only following half of what you say?
Yeah, or sometimes they'll just add more, then they'll say like, "Oh, how many snacks can I have?" I'm like, "How many snacks?" I'm like, "You're already eating like 4 or 5 meals." I'm like, "What, you want snacks on top of that?" And I'm like, "No, you can't add extra food. You're
Right.
trying to lose weight. Like I know you're used to, hearing people say, "Oh, well, I eat this for snacks in between my meals." Well, those extra snacks are extra calories that we as a client and coach didn't account for in your weight loss program, your fat loss program. So,
Exactly. Yeah.
so that does get frustrating. And then also, like if they're not taking a certain health subs or whatever, like they're put in there, for a reason, because they're going to help you, benefit and stay healthy while you're dieting. So like if you're
Yeah.
not following the plan 100%, you can't expect to get 100% results. And I get it. And some people are, older and they have a couple kids they're taking care of, or they're a single parent or whatever. It's like hard for them to, do this and this and this with their kid, and they got practice and all this other stuff. Like I can understand some, mishaps like that, but as long as you're trying to get everything in as much as possible, and you're not just saying, "Oh, I'm not going to eat my meal 3 or my post workout meal, and I'm going to go to Wendy's and
Right. Yeah,
nuggets,
exactly.
French
Yeah.
fries. But like if you're getting something comparable and you're on the run and you failed to plan because something happened with your kid or you got a flat tire or whatever goes wrong, like I get stuff happens. And the bodybuilding mentality in me would be kind of like, well, this is how I used to coach. It was like, well, you should have made all that stuff and brought it with you just in case. Never know what's going to happen. But like these people aren't like hardcore bodybuilders at the end of the day. They're
No.
just,
Yeah, exactly.
their parents or their teachers or their, whatever they're doing. And sometimes, they don't have that athlete mentality that you and I have, you know what I mean?
Right.
About like
I mean, yeah.
we're doing everything possible to reach our goal. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. No, I get that. And I mean, I can see how to a certain extent, like if a client or someone is not as serious and they're like, well, I'm never going to want to get on stage. So like if I can slip up here and there, you're kind of just setting yourself up for failure.
Right.
Like if you're going to invest your time, like not everybody wants to get on stage, not everybody wants to be a bodybuilder, but still like you should push yourself as far as you can just because you're going to get the most out of your time. Like at the end of the day, time is money. Like people could be spending time with their families. They could be spending time, making extra money to make advancements in their life. But if you're going to take the time to hire a coach, follow a diet plan, follow a training plan, invest your time, which again is money into this fitness, like you should give yourself the benefit of the doubt and take it as far as you can. There's really like no sense. Like, why would you spend 3 hours, 2 hours a day at the gym, time out of your day prepping meals, time out of your day sacrifices for fitness if you're only going to like follow half of what the coach says? I mean, it doesn't, or half, you're cheating yourself. So I agree, man. It does make sense sometimes, but like I said, there is some leeway, but not much.
Right.
I do. It's like I'm a coach, man. I want to see my clients do well. Like at the
Yeah.
end of the day, like I take it very personal. If you sign up with me, like I am saying, like I believe in you. You just have to listen. So, and sometimes it's hard to trust people, dude, because they're at the end of the day, you're wasting your own time.
Right. And I feel like a lot of people think I'm going to get mad at them if
Yes,
they miss
yes.
it. So if they miss a couple check-ins, they just say screw it and they never check back in,
Right, right,
or if their payment fails on their subscription and I try to reach out to them, they feel embarrassed or whatever, like they shouldn't feel embarrassed or
no, yeah,
not going to be
absolutely.
mad at them or whatever. Like, I'm here to try to help you the best I can, but I can't make you respond to me. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
right.
I'm giving you all the tools for you to be successful. And if you don't want to do it or check in, I can't just keep texting you or calling you or emailing you or whatever. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Yeah, I get that, man. Sometimes that happen. Like I'll have a client who, won't check those. Sometimes they'll check in with me. They have a good month. Well, they'll check in with me every month, and I'll be like, hey, this is awesome. Like we're steadily losing weight, or like, hey, we're putting on weight. Like this is great. And then you won't hear from them for like a couple months, and you'll reach out and you'll be like, hey, like I haven't heard from you. Like, are you still following the diet? And just like the responses become delayed and delayed, and I think they just kind of feel guilty and
yeah.
they feel like they let you down a little bit. But at the end of the day, like, you have to realize like this is a marathon, not a sprint. Like sometimes life happens. So it's like, it's really just about like kind of keeping yourself accountable. Because as much as like us coaches can be there to keep you on track, like at the end of the day, like we're not the ones putting the food in your mouth. You know what I mean?
Right. It's I don't, yeah. The thing is, it's just like I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to say. I feel like there people just get embarrassed or whatever, and they
Right.
get to the point sometimes where they just like I'll message some people that owe me money and like they're too embarrassed to like pay or shoot a message back for whatever reason, and I'm just like
Right.
I don't
It's
know what
not
to
the end of
tell
the
you.
world, dude. Yeah, it's like we're not mean guys.
Just do the right thing.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, if you work full time or you're somebody that lives a very busy lifestyle, like you need to be able to like have a priorities list, right? Like if you have, money that you can spend on clothes or money that you can spend on like personal items or money that you can spend on like eating out or alcohol, then you definitely have money to be able to invest in a coach or invest in a healthy diet, invest in a gym membership. Like just people need to like have their different priorities set. And I mean, a lot of times like people don't have the willpower to do that. So it's unfortunate, I wish more people would, kind of give themselves a second chance because a lot of times people doubt themselves, I think, with that stuff.
You're right. Is there
Yeah.
what was one more thing you wanted to speak about today? I forget what the other one was.
Let's see. I got some questions right here. Let's see. Is there anything you wanted to talk about?
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah. I mean, I have one topic, but it's probably not great to chat about on a podcast, but it's kind of a weird question. Let's see. All right. This one says, do I frequently need to deload if I feel fine?
Yeah, I think that this is ties into my training system. This is the training system that I used to win the North Americans. I did 3-week waves when I trained with my old training partner John Quint back in Ohio. We kind of took the 3-week wave system from Westside Barbell's powerlifting program, and we made it into a bodybuilding style training system. So what it was a 3-week wave, and we also included speed work and stuff on a Saturday for chest stuff, and we
Nice.
also did or on a Friday, I'm sorry, for chest stuff, and then on Saturday we had a back day that we did speed work with deadlifts. And we did like 10 sets of 2 or 10 sets of 3, and then we would do so we do a 3-week wave. We pick a compound movement, and then we'd each week we'd go up in repetitions, and then we have our accessory movements, and then week 4 we would pull the compound movement out, focus on volume, and then week 5 we'd start a 3-week wave over again, and we could go back to the same compound movement with a slight variation. So like if you're doing squats for 3 weeks, the week 5 you would do box squats for 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then if you're doing bench press, you can move over to banded bench press or chain bench press, as long as there's some sort of variation. By doing this, you're going to prevent accommodation from happening, because you're pushing, then you're switching exercises before you start to accommodate the stuff. And then you're also giving your joints a break, because you're pulling back on the intensity of the workouts by the heavy loads.
That's awesome. That's an ingenious style of training, man. I've done something similar, and I do have that in a few of my client plans as well. I don't call it like wave training. I just put it in there as like I'll have a client alternate between exercises. So I'll say like 1 week do RDLs with a barbell, and then week 2 do like RDLs, but elevate your heels and do it with a dumbbell, or like 1 week do deadlifts, and then the next week do rack pulls. So like I'll like alternate. But like you said, like that's a great way to like make it so your body can progress over time with being able to like still recover, and also like getting a different stimulus on the muscle and training it in a different way. So that's awesome, man. That's really
so another thing too for you to this could be something you could use for your own benefit with your clients and stuff too. So you have to be able to judge progress off of something. So if you switch the exercises each week, they have nothing to build off of the week before. So it's good to use that one exercise, like the bench press or squats or whatever it is for that day, and try to progress in that for a few weeks. Instead of just switching it each week, because you don't really know how to really gauge the progress on anything if you switch it each and every individual week.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like I agree to that. I mean, it's 100% science, like you said, but that's more so for like clients that come to me and they're like, hey, like I'm really serious about training, but I also love to train and like do different exercises. Or they'll tell me like, hey, like I get bored doing the same workouts every week. And I'm like, they're at the point where they're very serious about fitness, but they also want to have fun because they feel like they might burn out and get bored. So that's more so for like targeting that type of client to where like, hey, like they're like, oh, like I love the deadlift, I love to squat, I love to do, lunges or whatever it is. And I'd be like, okay, like this is the exercise I want to do. But if you want to work this in here and there, like we can. Like
that brings me to another point. It's like the people that only work out, that want to make progress, that don't want to do the things that's necessary. Like if you knew that you would only need to work to get the maximum amount of muscle mass was to do 6 sets total for each body part and train 4 days a week, if you knew you're going to grow the maximum amount that you possibly could doing that, but you want to work out 6 or 7 days a week because for your mental health,
exactly.
So what do you want? What do you want more? Do you want the progress, or do you want your mental health?
Right.
You know I mean? Like there's more than just the gym. So it's like, spend your time like making money or becoming more knowledgeable in a subject, or spending time, learning something else. It's not always just But
priorities, man.
don't
Yeah,
be a gym rat. Be an educated person that's successful
right.
that also wants to build muscle and lose body fat. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
don't
Yeah.
spend every single day in the gym, just because it's your mental health. Like, I feel like a lot of things over time, like everybody complains about this mental health stuff. Like, I know it, yeah, like, I know it's real and people go through stuff. And I went through tons of stuff with relationships with what this person, or my family or whatever. But I never used the gym as a spot to be like, well, I'm just going to do this, because my goal was I want to try to be the best bodybuilder I can. And I know when I only work out 3 to 4 days a week, that gets me the most progress, because that's going to make me more happy at the end of the day than going waste
Yeah.
my time at
Exactly.
the gym pricking around. You know what I mean?
No, I get it, man. And it's like you said, if you're somebody that needs to go work out for mental health, then I mean, you could easily just go to the gym and just do your cardio that day.
Right.
Like if you train
Right.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or you train, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or whatever it is, it's on your training split, but you like to get out of the house on your days off and just
For
go do
sure.
something, and you don't
For
really
sure.
have any other hobbies, then just line it up to where you can do your cardio sessions on the days that you're not at the gym and do your ab sessions on the days you're not at the gym. So
Right.
at the end of the day, you're still recovering, but you're, going there for your therapy.
Right. Or at this point in time, you could do, something for your joints or your mobility type of work.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That'd be a great time to do something like that. But I don't think people should be lifting weights 6, 7 days a week. It's just
No,
it's
no,
an awful
it's,
it's
it's
an
too
awful
much,
lot.
man.
And a lot of people aren't eating enough to recover or sleeping enough anyway.
No,
So
exactly. And it's like I know someone like myself, if I had to train 6 days a week, I can, because I'm able to get 10 to 12 hours of sleep a night, and like I don't miss a meal, and like I'm literally perfect. I get a massage every week. Like I take care of my body. I stretch every day. Like I can do that. But somebody that lives a busy lifestyle, might get a few nights a week where they only get 5 hours of sleep, misses a meal here and there, doesn't really stretch, that would be like absolutely not. Like your body can only handle 3 or 4. If you try training 5 or 6, like you're gonna go backwards.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, I
But
like that. That was a good topic, because it led us to another cool thing that we can.
yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
I think I might got one more question here if you got time, bro.
let's go. Let's do it.
Let's see. I got a few good ones on here. Let's see. Okay, this is the one I want to talk about before, but it says on here, this is one of my friends who asked me this a while back. It says, will having sex before the gym and affect your performance?
Yeah, I think it does, because I've done it.
Yeah,
I
I
used to
think it
do
does
it. I
too.
used to do it when I was with my ex-wife all the time. We'd always do it right before the gym. I was like, that was a horrible decision, because now I'm so tired. So
Yes, yeah.
I know, but we're young men on testosterone and Trimbolini sandwiches, and sometimes you just got to get it in when you can fit it in. You know what I mean? And sometimes
Yeah,
that's before the gym, but it was a bad decision when you're in your early 20s. Sometimes you might be able to get through that workout, but now there ain't no way. I gotta wait.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
I agree. I think that it definitely takes from your energy for sure, and I think that honestly, it takes from your ability to focus too, like your
Yeah,
ability
I
to
just I just
focus.
feel
Yeah,
so, like, imagine like you're having sex and then you got to go train legs 20 minutes later.
I don't think you could, man.
Yeah, it's the pump. I feel like the pump isn't the same either. Like
No, it's not.
you're just kind of drained. So you kids out there, you take Slankin Up test booster and you get your peeper hard and you want to have some sex, you wait till after the gym, because the pump is more important than the explosion that happens.
Exactly right. Yeah, we're here to
Yeah,
make
we
games, not
we
chase.
love
Yeah,
we love a little, sexual activity, but we got to do it post training.
after,
Eat
right?
your meal, but don't get too bloated, and then do your thing.
Yeah, I mean, dude, honestly, I feel like it feels like you just did a big hit cardio session, or like you just walk in an incline for an hour and then you go to train. Like it's not ideal. Like
Yeah.
definitely not on a leg day, that's for sure. But yeah, that was
No.
the last question.
Yeah. Sex post training would be the best.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. How do you think like that? Do you think that would play a role in recovery? Like, say you went and just hit like a huge leg day, and then like you're like going like 5 rounds with your girlfriend. I mean, like, do you think that would have a
What do you mean? 5 rounds
or
before the leg day or just throughout the day?
after? No, no, no. So you wouldn't hit legs, and then you come home, and then you say you eat your meal, and then just immediately like 5 rounds. Do you think? I don't think
I
they
don't think I'm
would.
doing five. I don't think I'm doing 5 rounds after a leg day,
I
man.
know, like, okay, we'll say back day. So it required a lot of energy.
I just don't know if I'm going to be sexing it up that many times after I work out, man.
Yeah, true. If you're
I
training
just
to failure, you shouldn't be
I'm
able to.
Hey, I'm 33. You're 22, baby. You might got a little extra going on down there. You know what
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure,
mean?
but I mean, dude, I feel like as long as you eat a meal first, then you're fine.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
that
You
one.
got to eat a
Yeah.
meal. You can't go in hungry.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to go hypo. That would be bad.
Right. Yeah, you cannot go hypo.
You're gonna be sweating. You don't want to be sweating and shaking anymore.
Yeah. Stretch it out,
Yeah,
get in the door, eat a meal, then do what you want.
yeah,
But yeah, hopefully that answers your question to my friend that asked that.
yeah. Well, okay, yeah, that was pretty good. That's pretty good
Yeah.
podcast for the A and Easy, baby. You already know what it is. And as you know, it's always sponsored by Slankamania. And if you want to get slanked, freaking let us know.
Use my code too.
Yeah,
Bodies by
use Bodies by Nick code or just go to the website and figure it out. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.